you guys make it down to Warehouse 3.
Do we make it?
Happening.
Do we really?
You do. You do
Did the
indeed
bees
make it.
To be or not to be?
You know what's making this enjoyable, Frank, is watching other people be in pain at your stupid bee puns after watching that god-awful movie.
I get to sit down, have a drink at the pint, and
Wait, is that where all this is coming from?
yes.
The fucking bee movie?
Yeah, the beekeeper movie.
Statham.
The beekeeper movie that came out recently. That's what it's about. Not the bee movie.
Oh, okay.
With noted comedian, I forgot his name, Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld. Who has immaculate game in that movie, by the way. Clearly.
Yeah. Cross species, baby. With a voice like this, he still did it. It's amazing. Why does he always sound like he's shouting? We don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna draw
right.
I'm gonna draw to pickpocket Daniel while we're going along. See if I can.
Go ahead and draw, baby.
All right. I have to.
It's very lazily though. Like I'm like my hands like winging. No, Daniel. Or no, I meant Daniel, not William.
I know.
Why are you like this, Chris? Why are you like this?
Because you're fucked up and you're dumb.
What? I was giving him a slap on the ass. What are you doing? Hold my hand. Oh wow.
Session.
I mean, it's better. I mean,
I
Frank's
noticed
holding his cock in the camera right now.
I noticed Daniel has like a fine gold chain that presumably goes to like a pocket watch.
I could appreciate that hand greatly.
Go ahead,
I
pull
do.
up the hand. Pull it up.
I've had to draw so many times that I've just reshuffled because I've gone through like 25 cards already.
Yeah, it sucks as the DM side of this.
Yeah. All right. So you guys get up to the warehouse. It is cordoned off. There are 2 beat cops that normally are out on patrol, but they're there watching the building, waiting for the constable to arrive, and they look extraordinarily confused that you guys have shown up.
I'm gonna go look around, and I try to book it.
You know what? I'll spend the only good one I have.
Nope, I got it. It's
Okay.
all right. As
I'll
you
keep
go
it
to
then.
take your ass inside and you bolt in, one of the cops absolutely body slams you into the ground, and this half orc is standing over you now. What the No!
We were sent by the constable to look around. Why are you so fat?
Please take your knee out of his chest if you would be so kind. The
Can
company
I
did send us.
draw a card to offer them honey to leave us alone?
That'd be great.
Right. That's right. They're taking voluntaries, right? Right.
Yeah.
Is that the word? Is that the word? And you see this other half orc standing there with a very odd complexion, looking almost identical to this other one. I don't fucking know what it is.
And like other
I don't know. Here with the constable, let's let him have at it. We got to get back out on the road anyway. It's all right. And they start arguing back and forth with complete incompetence.
I know.
Sir.
I will throw them 2 jars of honey. I will draw a card to see if they'll accept it and leave us alone.
They're already distracted with the conversation.
They are 100% arguing with incompetence.
We can fuck off. Okay, cool.
All right.
As you guys start making your way inside, you hear the argument continue about what the word was that they are supposed to be using as you guys walk inside. Inside, it is a veritable bloodbath. There is no bodies left, but the destruction is still in place. The chalk outlines are there. The blood stains are there from the massacre that had happened inside of the warehouse.
Man, what a weird convention.
I'm gonna walk over to the nearest body and
The bodies are gone. The bodies have already been moved of the area. The first initial investigation part has already happened. The bodies have been moved off. Now you guys are doing your follow.
But there's just
trying to find the trail away.
Yeah, but there's just the blood stains. Like it hasn't been fully cleaned. Just the bodies removed, right? So it's
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I go into PSD shock and like go sit in a corner, just like rocking.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look for any kind of symbology
Okay.
in the area.
Go ahead and
Symbolism.
give me a card pull. Card pull. All right. You do pretty thorough on your, and as you're looking around, you do notice that there are symbols that could be symbols. They could not be symbols. It definitely looks like there was a pattern played in some of the mess and the muck of the innards.
But it's been
At least,
ruined by all the guts and blood.
yes. It looks as though that maybe there's a pattern type of might have been around, but you can't, it's nothing you recognize, and it's not anything that you would be able to kind of like, oh, that's what this would be. You don't even know if it's actual something, but it does have a pattern to how the stain has been put on the ground.
So I would look to Barber and I would say, there isn't much to go on here, but somebody set something up prior to when all the blood was about.
Well, let's ask him. I crack my knuckles, separate my hands, and necromantic energy snaps between them.
Go ahead, give me a poll, Chris.
'Cause I don't want this to fuck me. I'm Red Leapers Mortis.
Let's talk to this corpse. It'll
Play
be
my
great.
king.
All right. So as the necromantic energy cracks and sizzles around, you guys can kind of feel the room kind of dim and the lights in it get smaller. There is a spirit that is clinging to this area. You are able to make contact with this spirit.
The spirit's like, you're a bitch.
It doesn't really take form, but you can, in your mind, have a conversation, essentially. You know the connection is.
Show me what transpired here, spirit.
Make demands now.
Yes, I'm a necromancer.
It was horrible. They came in through the warehouse door, the main door for the loading dock. And they took the women. That's all I remember.
Okay.
Main warehouse door for the loading dock.
So, after hearing all this, I'll open my eyes back up, let the necromantic energy fade, look over at Daniel. Daniel, seems they came in from the loading dock over there, and I'll point in the direction, caused a kerfluffle, and took off with the women folk.
William was the only one that heard that message, right? With the
Yes.
okay.
Unless one of you wants to reveal their necromantic prowess.
No.
So we know where they came from. We know what they took. We don't know why, and we don't know where.
Okay. Give me a second. And I'll go back to my stance for a minute, and then be like, you said they. What the fuck is a they? Was it people?
They resembled orcs, but
Resembled orcs.
they were so much larger. I've
Larger.
never seen it. It was as if there were two of them. There was only two. But they
Very
were
well.
so large.
Come out of this transfer moment. Two of them, larger than normal orcs, from what the spirit is saying. They came through that dock.
Remember, the spirit said they looked like orcs, not that they were.
I know.
Okay. I didn't know if I had miscommunicated that. I wanted to make sure that you. All right, cool. So he portrays it to you guys like that. Large orcs. I like it.
Yep.
So I would go over to.
That's what they look
sorry,
like. That's definitely what they look like.
So I would go over to the entrance to the warehouse where they said they came in from. Is there less blood over here? Where does it start clearing of the blood?
So you see a lot of drag marks, like, because we're still going off of your previous poll. You could see the drag mark they took these people, and it's odd that the drag marks have like you see a little bit of handprint here, half of a footprint there, with more drag mark behind it. Looks like they were still alive and trying to get away, but they were being drugged by these creatures. And it was in a line, almost uniform, which strikes you as strange, almost like they were bound together in a line, but were still struggling to try to get away and being drugged away by these creatures.
Slavery.
And
And there were two of them.
The footprints of the two large beings, are they shoed or unshoed?
They are unshoed, and these footprints they are gargantuan in size. At least twice the size of what a large sized orc would be. Like the foot is probably about this long. Bigfoot style print.
And Daniel would say, this is more like a fucking ogre. Something like that. What are we doing in this swamp?
It's a wild onion.
At this point, I've actually recovered.
The case is cracked.
At this point, I've assembled myself, but I am kind of leaning on the flintlock, and I'm kind of a shriveling mess coming out of sort of my panic attack after seeing this scene. And I join next to Daniel and say they are, as what we was saying, they're big orc-like things.
Take a deep breath, Sebastian.
I'm going to crack my knuckles and shake the beehive in my hand, the hive of justice calls.
They're big.
Does this beehive have any bees in it in any way? This jar of bees?
It does, but I can speak to them.
Okay,
the
cool.
hive matters.
He's
bees. He's bees.
Everyone gets guns, I get bees.
I'm sorry.
No, that was good. I like it.
But only a little.
Only some bees.
You do see that across from this loading dock, you can kind of see where this shoreline is on the other side. It's not actually too far. And you, with your wonderful investigative skills, see that there is a very large makeshift raft, essentially, that's on there. Not big enough to carry either of these large creatures together, probably, but enough to stick a few people on.
Like
7.
I'd look to Sebastian, and I take my hat off, and depending on how frequent these people have been around me, or not, but you would see the nubs on the top of my head that basically mark me as a tiefling, though I look very human or very elvish. And the horns are almost filed down, and I'm holding the hat in my head, or not the hat in my hands, and I'm twisting it around the brim, and I'm like, Sebastian, how much do you want to bet that their little shoreline? There's a couple of big fellas who just got done with a very nasty meal.
I don't know if they eat them. I just know that they drag everyone away screaming. And I was lucky when they had other hits on the outer rim. It's where I lost my best friend Logan. Looked a lot like this.
Hungry.
It looked a lot like this.
Daniel looks at Sebastian in the eye and he goes, but I hope that all they do is eat. And that's the point where you're like, oh, that's what he hopes for? That's fucked.
No,
I go back into I just slowly sit back down.
As you peer back out over the water and you see that raft, On it, you see that same little boy kind of rocking back and forth, but you notice that the
Fuck
eyes
you,
are
you weak
flaring,
cunt.
and you see the eyes are flaring in a orange, and you see the hair almost like kind of lifting and wispy.
I rise to
The beekeeper had
punch.
something stupid to say.
I rise
I
to
like
punch.
the beekeeper. Let's hear the beekeeper.
Fuck off.
I'm gonna go up and ask him. Well, what do you mean? Like, what do you do outside of eating them? Like, elaborate. I need to understand.
Please don't.
I mean, there's 1,000 things that you can do with fresh corpses. At least
It sounds like you're being everything but elaborate. So could you go
You
there?
hear from inside the building. He's not wrong.
I don't want to go deeper into it. Suffice it to say, there's all sorts of magic that one can be done with the dead.
I'm gonna
And,
rub my beard. I'm about to shake my beehive. Me and my bees don't care. Be elaborate.
no.
I'm gonna,
And I put my hand on Sebastian, and I'm
I'm
like,
going to shake the bees harder and see how aggressive I can make them.
Seeing him shake the beehive, I shoot him.
At that shot, I'm gonna release the bees out at them.
I see several draws for this one.
You have guns, I have bees. It's different. How do you want to play this out, Kyle?
One more, Chris. All right, it's done. So as you guys are sitting here arguing and you're getting ready to come to blows, a flash of that same necromantic energy comes and blasts all the windows out of the warehouse.
But the bees are fine, right?
He's fine.
Okay, cool. That's all the next.
Couple seconds later, you just see William walk out, shake the dust off his vest.
The hive is what matters.
We've all been
I
like,
think we're done in here.
have we all been like laid out on the floor? Pretty much the three of us.
No, it's just like, oh shit, what the fuck? And there's like one of those. It's not like any force behind it that's going to knock you guys over. As he's walking out, knocking the dust off of him, you see the blade in his hand now has a light blue glowing flame around it.
That's pretty metal. I'll throw some bees at him.
What?
All right, party members, before you kill each other, what is your move now that this message of where these things have gone has been relayed to you, Mr. Goliath?
Oh, looks like they're across the river. Guess we need to cross the river.
No, we don't.
Bastion's going first.
What?
Sebastian.
So are you going to swim or commandeer passage?
Commandeer is such an ugly word. I'm just gonna take it.
That could be as simple as buying a boat or
We can
looking
we can
for a rowboat,
charter-
taking it, whatever.
We can charter a bloody ferry. Like, it's not that big a deal.
Question, Kyle. What kind of roll would I need to make if I whistled to make my bees form a boat over the ocean?
Oh my god, Paul.
Okay,
Pull the card.
Pull the
I
card
want-
right fucking now.
I have a 7.
4 bees show up and run into each other and one falls in the water.
Can I do a mulligan?
You can't do a mulligan. You
I-
get one.
I want this bee boat so bad.
He's- Do you get a fresh hand off this?
Oh god, another 7.
Oh.
What did you get? Let me
I'm not pulling opposed. I was just seeing if you could cast the magic to do it. I wasn't even going to oppose you. I had a card in my head that you had to beat. That was it.
I just wanted a bee boat.
Would you like me to go opposed? I'll draw from the top of this deck. I don't know what's in it right now.
Let's see what it is. Let's see if it's better. It's probably bad.
No,
Nope, you failed.
that's a 10.
I already knew it was
Okay.
going to be bad, but let's see what we got.
So your 4 Bs show up. One bumps into another one and kind of pitters off as the other one broke its wing and drops into the water.
I'm going to slap him in the face. I'm like, you could have been great. But
The bee is definitely dead and drowning. All right, so
you're
or drowning
disappointed your
and
family
dying.
and you're kind.
Raised dead on the bee.
I'll pass it. All right.
Oh shit!
So,
Why do I
As
have
you
to lead the
guys-
charge?
so
I just wanted to be.
are you going to look for something that could help get you guys across?
I thought you said that there was a raft out there
Yeah.
on the water line.
Oh yeah, it's over there.
It's on the other
You're-
side.
on the
on
other
this
side.
side.
Okay.
What would I have to roll
I'm
for
gonna-
my bees to pick up the raft from the other side outside of
We're
disappointing? me?
fucking past that.
Go ahead and pull.
Okay, rolling again. I got a 6. That is worse.
God.
You're doing great, bud.
Reroll your fucking deck and pull again. That is terrible.
Hold on, let me-
They're
I'm-
all red too.
Hold on.
Jeez. Somebody want to pull for the man?
Yeah, somebody
You know
pull
what?
for me. I want my bees to work. Is that
Straight from the
bad?
deck.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
That's
It looks like
a joker.
this dude. It sits there. All right. So as you're sitting here going through, and you're like, "Come on, work!" You see the hive start to glow and pulse as your fucking druidic magic finally unlocks. Nobody knew you were a druid. You've never had any sort of druid experiences in your entire life, but suddenly the magic fucking flows through you, and you form a swarm of 1,000 bees that picks this raft up off the other side. And as they carry it across the water over to you, you hear the buzzing sound, which kind of resembles that of a million tiny helicopters. Just as you're standing there, and the ground in the wind starts to push away from the underside as like a down prop blast from 1,000 helicopter bees, just pushing the air away from them as they carry this raft on their antenna over to you guys.
I'm not a druid, my friends. I just understand bees. Like,
As the bees disperse, the raft gently settles down into the water.
dude, I just had this like Gandalf like whistling to that like white horse that comes up. Like that's me with bees. Like
I go to Daniel. I go to Daniel. Start playing. It's like, Daniel, I don't want to go. I don't have to go with this. I don't want to go with this.
No, you're coming with because I have to suffer through this, and I need someone who gets it. So
Gets what?
you
What
don't
is there
really
to
have
get?
a choice.
As they
That's-
finish this side conversation,
too.
I've already placed a barrel in the center of the raft, and I'm just petting the one undead bee on my finger.
Come on
I
there,
like it.
Sebastian.
Let's go, Sebastian.
You do notice that there are oars on this thing. They've strapped down, look like they've never been used.
I'm going to unstrap them and proceed to get everybody on the raft and then row our ass across.
why are you fucking with my bees?
Think gondola. So
Okay.
it's like more
Yeah.
you got to push.
I'm just
All
sitting at the front, like kind of shakily, just holding my gun, just like looking around. What time of day are we at?
You guys are about noon.
Okay, so it's bright out.
Oh yeah, it's bright out.
It's like not gonna
Oh
die.
wow! This
So
is
you
a
guys
real
push to
thing.
the other side. Yeah, you guys started in the morning at like 10. You've only been at this. You guys haven't moved very far. You're like
Beekeeper,
a district over from where the game started.
beekeeper. I hate to ask you for anything or ask for your help ever. Do you have any mead with your bees?
I'm going to whistle and start milking my bees. What do I need to pull for that?
I'm not gonna lie to you. On a list of shit I've heard in D&D, that was not on it till this moment.
That is the new. That is new. I've never heard that. In my life. That's not how mead is made.
It is my role.
Jesus Christ.
You,
You
can
go
only
and
milk the bee after
you-
you prime it. You just gotta go.
Oh, hold on, I got a card. Hold on.
For the sake of time, I love where this is going, but we don't have time for this. I'm just gonna keep it as that. You go to milk bees, and they fly away. They're like, fuck that guy. Staying
Sexually
not too
harass
far
your
away, but
bees.
they're like at a distance, like just like
Yo, don't
he
milk
can't reach
my-
me here. I'm safe.
Fuck.
Oh.
All right.
We're good.
While I'm like gondola pushing us across this, river or whatever it is, I'm gonna use the undead bee to scout ahead.
Okay. Yep, that bee buzzes along. Boom, boom, boom. It gets ahead of you, but bees don't fly very fast, so it's not getting that far ahead of you. As you guys are about maybe 20, 30 feet off of the shoreline is when you see it kind of like drop off into the wood line. It followed the drag marks as you'd want it to, because there are drag marks on the other side. You see that. You see the broken brush. You see it kind of clear into the forest line, and then suddenly your connection stops.
The second that connection stops, I'm going to immediately drop that oar and just hold it in place. Like, full stop.
William, what's going on?
So you drag across the bottom a little bit, and the current's kind of like bouncing you. You see the bee connection connect again as it comes back out.
There's some funky shit in that wood.
We can turn around. We can turn around right now.
Just look over at Sebastian.
Did you forget there's
second.
a gold?
We got the gold. I get 10 shillings in hand right now.
And a gold in the bush.
I get the gold.
The gold is in the bush. It's a very, very astute way of saying that, Daniel.
Mother always said I had a way with words.
We definitely should scout ahead. As at this point, I'm going to grab Sebastian's collar and belt and just heave him to the shore from the raft.
I'm gonna
give me a draw.
You know what? In the meantime, can I ask the beast?
I'm going to tell you what it is. You got to get a face.
Oh.
So, as you heave, Sebastian makes it a good 15 feet and then just bounces right off the water and slowly drops in about 10 feet from the shoreline.
They can swim, right?
I was about to ask you that. Do not know if they.
Not really.
I'm gonna. No. Do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Kyle, card 1, 2, 3.
3.
You wanna do 3?
Yep. Card 3. You can swim, brother.
This feels like you're so bad.
There was this hiding next. There was this hiding next on number 4.
If I were to pull a card, could I help him not only swim but fly with bees?
Oh.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
I'm just swimming to shore.
I have a 7.
Your bees kind of like buzz over him and hover, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck that. We ain't picking him up," and they go away.
Well, I'm about to fuck up these bees with some like electric cord. I swear to God. They won't even. They won't even let me milk them.
It's still weird. It's still weird.
All right, as you get to the shoreline and you're hacking and through your swim, what do you do?
Because it's just a it's just a water line that goes into a direct like forest line, like dirt line, pretty much. Yep. So this has us sort of leaving the city and just entering the surrounding wood line of the city. Okay.
Absolutely.
So kind of in this mild panic because I got pleasantly surprised and I just had a bunch of bees over me. And I don't know what the fuck this beekeeper guy is doing or about. I get to shore just like heaving and hoeing and like there's a straps on the gun, so I like kind of bring it around with me and I start like sort of patting down and kind of like frantically looking around to see if
your
there's
powder's wet, but other than that, everything is
fuck.
Everything's Gucci.
I noticed the powder's wet. I'm like fuck. And I just like looking around at the tree line, and because it's light, I could see like 20 yards in or something like that. And I can't say that I notice anything right now. And I turn around.
You do notice the drag marks and the broken trees along the wood line,
and that just makes me kind of just twitch and like get really nervous because I just trek them in. It's like, hurry up, William!
Oh, at this point, right before that, he yells back to us. I'm gonna lean over to Daniel. Daniel, something cut my magic off.
And it was
my scout entered the wood, lost connection with him, And then when he came back out of the wood, my connection reestablished.
A little odd, because if it cut off your connection, wouldn't it have just fallen? Because the only thing keeping that thing alive is your
My magic.
Yeah.
That's what disturbs me.
Right, then I'll just keep an eye on that.
Yeah, you do that. As he yells, it's clear. We heard you! As I start gondoling the boat back over to the shore again.
All right. So you kind of like push up to the shoreline. You get there. You do notice the drag marks leading into the broken trees.
Oh. A weird way to write death be this way. Let's go. I just start pushing Sebastian.
Oh, God damn it. My powder's wet. Can I get some of yours? Or
Here, I give him my flintlock. And I'm like, here.
I'm laughing.
I don't take his.
My powder's wet. Please save me.
Thanks for the extra gun. I need fresh powder, Daniel.
So as you guys are
I gave you all my stuff.
Oh,
congregating,
now I'm the mule
going
at the
through
front of the pack.
you start hearing the rustling come from the bushes.
The wrestling?
A rustling.
Probably.
You start hearing the sound of loud, thunderous footsteps start to get closer.
I shoot.
I'm gonna.
I need a whistle for my bees to attack.
I'm going
Give
into a bush.
me a
Why does this start to sound more and more like the Suicide Squad opening?
It kind of does. Weirdly,
Give me a poll, bud, for your bees.
All right, let's pull for my bees. Hold on, we go out of this. I swear to God, heart of the cards, don't fuck this up. Hold on. Hold on, let me pull this out. 1 second.
I'm pulling against you, by the way. I already know what I got here.
I'm shuffling. Hold on.
We'll see if you win.
I'm shuffling because I feel like it's important.
Especially since you use that mulligan already.
Yeah. All right. I got a 9.
Okay. So
Do my
7.
bees
Alright.
fuck up for the
Let me
third
clear my
time?
palate so I can describe the scene. So, as the first ogre crashes through the fucking wood line because of how loudly crybaby bitch our wonderful little human was being.
I shot him.
You see this nicely built, large, green, big motherfucker that is absolutely naked, by the way. No clothing whatsoever. Looks extraordinarily barbaric. Like it has no idea or concept on how to even utilize simple tools.
What exactly
Has
do you mean by swamp?
what could only be described as half a tree trunk over its shoulder as it comes out through the wood line. And in a language that you don't understand, in a loud, thundering, booming voice, you hear lots of jarbles.
I speak giant.
And as it does that, you see a bee, singular bee, fly directly into the mouth of this ogre as he starts to gag and choke on it. Drops the log. You see the other very large ogre come out, look at him, look at you guys, look back at him, watch him fall over, look back at you guys, grabs trunk and hucks it at you guys. Everybody give me a poll.
All right. Here, my next
10
one.
is the card to beat.
This is unfortunate for one
Jack
of
of
us.
spades.
Queen.
I have a 9. Can my bees help me?
So far, we have 2 fifths.
Oh, and that's Bryant on the slow
2.
betting.
So, the large Goliath somehow is nimble enough to evade the tree trunk that is flying at him. The human ducks down and it flies over top of him as the tiefling and the beekeeper get drilled into the water by said tree trunk. I need both of you that are in the water because you guys do fly a little bit out there. You're under the water. I need you to make me a check for, give me a poll for being conscious first. Please and thank you.
Hold on, let me do a quick.
Oh,
Mr. O'Malley is unconscious under the log.
Under the water in the bog.
Yeah.
Hold on, shuffle.
Don't worry, I only have one card left. It's a good one.
Can my bean save us? That's the question.
is that what you're saving the card for? Just for? Is that your death
I-
save card?
Got a 7.
I have no clue.
My
You
bees have failed me tonight multiple
are
times.
also unconscious. Oh shit, under the water.
Jesus, say it. Don't spray it.
I lost part of my egg. I'm sad now. You are both unconscious under the log, under the water.
On
In
the
the
next
bog.
episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. So it's just me.
It is you and it is our buddy Solomon.
Hey, my bees are still conscious though, right?
Sebastian,
Don't use,
defend me.
don't use his real name. It's Sebastian.
Sebastian, sorry.
Filthy.
So, is the first ogre dead?
Not yet.
I'm pretty sure my bee fucked him up though.
He is still actively choking on the bee.
The
if
one
he has a
thing
bee
I'm gonna do-
allergy, then he's definitely gonna die in like 20 minutes.
Honestly, I hope my bee laid eggs in his mouth. That piece of shit.
That's not how that works.
All right, so you see the other one after he threw the log immediately started trying to render remedial aid. Obviously, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's not a medical guy. He's a dumbass ogre.
So is he just
So
punching
he's
the other
over
one?
here smacking him like as the other one's choking.
Just right to cast full strength on the smacking ogre as he's coming down on the person.
Do it.
We're gonna
do it.
find out how hard he hits.
Oh no.
I'm trying to help you.
Four spells. Ability.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
7 of spades. He knocks him on the ground. Boom. And as he hits the ground, it has just enough force to see the bee come trailing out of mouth, but the one is now laying on the ground and heaving.
can I speak for the bee?
It's not your bee.
It is my bee.
So now they're
Well,
both,
when she went unconscious, the bee stopped attacking and
Yeah, well, the bee still says "fuck you" and flies off.
on that note, Kyle, what level about am I?
I'd
Just so
say
I
you're
know.
about a level 5.
Okay.
Chris.
I can work with that.
Above
I
table.
remember my spells.
Above
Kyle.
table, I feel so much better about Sebastian running away right now.
Are you running away right now?
I'm running
Are you
back to
jumping
the-
on the raft and gondoling your way back across and leaving?
Oh, he's not.
I hadn't gotten that far, but that's a great idea.
Switherlim.
What are you? What are you? You show it ahead of time. I'll just put the 3 in here now to get rid of it. Fuck you.
Mass
Matt
Witherlim.
Witherlim.
And with Mass Witherlim, is yours an area of effect?
Oh no, multiple targets. I have to select them.
Oh, so you're selecting your targets? Okay. Cool.
Sebastian,
so-
right as he steps towards the raft, both legs useless.
What? I
The two
hate
ogres?
you, magical
Wither-
fox.
The 2 ogres, what part are you Witherlimming?
Their necks, so their own skull crushes their own spinal column.
So as the ogres collapse and die, you look back at Sebastian and you see him laying on the ground and 2 little like Deadpool kid legs kicking out now. And that's all he has.
Poor Sebastian.
Because his pants
Really couldn't dodge that ogre strike that just happened to crush your limbs so horribly.
Can I
I'm so
draw
sorry.
for my
What?
bees to take me home?
As I just start stomping on Sebastian for running my fucking meat cart.
I will spend everything I've got to just run
As the
away.
sole survivor of this adventure, do you continue into the wood line?
Look,
Do you try to save the 2 drowning guys at all?
I will go save Daniel.
wait.
God damn.
Everybody needs a healer.
How much would I have to roll for my bees to save me from drowning? I'll draw.
You need a
You know what?
joker. You need a
I will
joker.
give it to you. We will do a contested draw for the bees to suddenly Avatar level fucking save your ass.
Wait, hold on. How do bees go into water and pull him out?
Because my bees are God mode.
That's for them to
We're
know
gonna
and us
find
to
out.
find out,
Hey.
Brian.
Hey, Brian, they killed an ogre. You couldn't.
Neither could you.
But my bees did. That's the important thing.
Oh man.
All right, I got a
So
quick.
glad you gave me 5th.
I was hoping that's what you were using because we're running real low on time.
Bees,
All right.
save me.
Suddenly, the air and the water seems to part in front of you in weird ferocity. And you see the beekeeper glowing with a godlike yellow glow.
No.
As the bees from the next 10 miles all assemble in a giant metaphysical cloud above you. And they go down and pick this. And form a hand, reach down, pluck up. What the fuck was your character saying?
The beekeeper.
It's
The beekeeper.
I don't have a
Pluck
name.
the
It's
beekeeper out unconsciously out of the water. And
So I'm dragging, Daniel
Trail
ashore.
off into the forested area, never
As
to be
I
seen
stare up
again
into the
by
bees with
real
tears in my
eyes.
eyes. Bees, you've saved me. Like,
And this is the last we hear as he fades out into the distance.
and then you hear the
With
Winnie
his
the Pooh theme
bees
song.
he is now Beezus. He has been lifted into the sky by the bees and is gone. He had died and he is risen. Beezus is gone.
And my last words are just, fuck you, William.
This is so fucking stupid, but it's
Kinda
so
like-
great.
Bring, Daniel around.
I just heard mommy in the background after that. I'm like, that is perfect, actually.
That's because the 4-year-old's right next to me on the couch.
Mommy, what are those bees doing? Like,
I'm glad she can't hear any of this.
What happened, Barbara? Where?
I don't know how you did it. That was amazing. So sorry about Sebastian, but how did you
What?
kill those 2 ogres?
my bee comes
I
up
was
to you.
the
fucking
fuck up.
drowning. I just spit up a gallon of water.
Wait, can Chris speak bee?
No one can speak bee, and the bees are now gone.
I was
You're
actually
gone
gonna
with
be-
the bees, Frank. You're
Yeah,
gone.
you're gone with the bees, buddy.
All right,
What
I will
happened
go-
to Sebastian?
Oh, he was crushed by one of the ogres.
I get up and I look over to Sebastian.
You
How much
see
does
a
it not look
bloody
like an
pile.
ogre foot?
You see a bloody pile because this large 9-foot Goliath just stomped this like 5'7" human into nothing.
So it's very clearly not an ogre foot.
You can't really see feet print, but this motherfucker definitely looks like he got crushed.
Hey, you good buddy? Like, that's where we're at.
And I look over at him and I go, Did you find the others or anything to corroborate that these were the ones doing it?
You guys are talking to a coach, right? Like, I just want to make sure.
No, we're
No.
talking to each other.
I didn't find anything leading to the captives or where these might be nesting at the moment. Honestly, my first concern is after you killed these 2, I wanted to make sure I got you out of the water. The whole Sebastian thing where we didn't know if he could swim or not kind of stuck in my head. So save the team, then worry about continuing.
Their cups.
Daniel kind of like trudges around the island looking for essentially the linchpin that this was what we were looking for, and these were the people that we were trying to stop.
All right. So do you guys continue into the wood line?
Yeah.
After a small ritual.
And what was the small ritual?
What the fuck does that mean?
Raised dead.
Oh, shit. There we are.
On the ogres.
Damn it.
He lives.
All right, I'll
he
stay muted.
dies.
Fuck you.
Look, I'm bringing a tank to a tank fight, okay?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So as you go,
Oh, fuck
as you
Chris.
go to raise them, suddenly you're like, oh, my spells are gone.
Oh,
Nothing's working on these guys. Why is that?
Arcana?
Great check.
You
bud.
ran out of juice, motherfucker. You out of spells per day, bitch.
I figured.
You out of juice. Your mana's drained. Whatever you want to call it. You know, fuck, I'm out.
Shit. Well, we definitely know they went that direction. We've definitely solved our job for the day, right, Daniel? I just pulled up a gold piece.
I go, yeah. Just give me a moment. And I go over to Sebastian and I go, sorry, lad.
Sorry.
As you're sitting there staring down at him and you say, sorry, lad, his head picks up with that same orange glow of the little kid.
Fuck.
You can't escape forever. And he just falls back down.
God damn it.
I take
Your patron's looking for you, tiefling.
I take the dry powder, and I load my pistol as I look like I'm giving last rites to Sebastian.
As you put the gun in his mouth.
And I get on the raft with Barber. And as we're on our way back, when we're in the middle of the water, I look at him and I go, a dying man drowning can't kill ogres.
This is good.
Daniel, as I now hold up 4 gold
And then I
coins.
pull it out and I shoot him.
God damn.
Yes!
His head snaps back as he tumbles into the water.
You piece of shit. Immediately.
And you hear the sound of bees buzzing with laughter as they swirl overhead to end our story today.
God.
The beekeeper is carried out of the water. Buzz, buzz, buzz. You stupid piece of shit.
Last thing I say, I spit in the water, pick up one of the coins, and I go, "Gods will be done."
As he does that, a giant mason jar full of honey pops out of the water into his inventory.
And we shall wrap our season finale
Holy
of 3 DMs in a with that fucking story.
Oh my God.
The river is definitely not in their jurisdiction.
Let me know when you're done recording because I need a cigarette real bad after this.
I think we will. Great. Okay. Good story, Kyle. And thank you all for season 2. I have an aneurysm. After that,
bees, Aaron.
we will see you all.
Bees.
We will see you all. Fuck you. Next season for 3 DMs and a Tale. Till next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Great. I need that cigarette real bad. I'll be right back.
Bye.